The December board meeting for the Social Circle Board of Education on December 5th, 2024 is called to order. The first item on our agenda is prayer.
Lord in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Thine is the kingdom, power, and glory forever.
We're also, if you guys wouldn't mind standing for the pledge. Usually we have our JROTC cadets here to help us with the pledge, but we had so many other high school kids here to visit that we wanted to make sure we gave you enough time. So we're going to do the pledge next. Are we ready? All right, loud and proud, everybody. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Great job, students. Thank you.
All right, next we have the agenda, the approval of the agenda. Dr. Brewer, are there any changes?
No, ma'am.
All right, do I have a motion to accept the agenda as presented? Do I have a second?
I second.
Any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, like sign. Motion carries unanimously. And next, we'll turn it over to Superintendent Brewer.
Thank you. We have a lot to celebrate here in the Social Circle, and we wanted to give you some updates on some of our student successes. We're going to spend a lot of time talking about our athletic successes, but also some of our academic successes. So Ms. Willis is pulling something up for us that's going to reference the fact that our middle school has been recognized as a 23-24 literacy leader by the Georgia Department of Education. This prestigious honor is awarded to schools that demonstrate exceptional growth in student reading achievement. Literacy leader qualifications use the Georgia Milestones Reading Status Indicator based on the Lexile score associated with the student's performance on a subset of questions on the ELA assessment. The middle school showed marked improvement in both 6th and 7th grade literacy assessment measures in the 23-24 school year. And I'm incredibly proud of our middle school teachers whose dedication to fostering a love of reading and commitment to excellence is reflected in this recognition. Our students' drive to succeed aligns with the core competencies that we value in our portrait of a graduate, including critical thinking and lifelong learning. This accomplishment speaks to our community's dedication to educational excellence. We also have academic achievements, others to commend in our high school. And I'm thrilled to share that this senior class has made great strides in planning for life after high school. In fact, 78% of our seniors have submitted at least one application to college. And that's a total of 351 applications, which exceeds the number of the applications that the class of 2024 submitted during the entirety of their senior year. 58% of our seniors have already been accepted into at least one college or technical school. 61% of our families of seniors have met with our college and career advisor to navigate how to best support their students after graduation, whether it's college, joining the workforce, or pursuing military service. Because so many of our seniors took advantage of Georgia's Apply to College Month in November, where more than 60 Georgia colleges and universities waived their fees for high school seniors, our seniors saved their families nearly $10,000 in application fees. During the month of December, the high school will continue to provide resources for our students, including assistance with the free application for federal student aid and multiple opportunities to participate in resume building workshops. Next, I'd like to provide you all some updates on several key components of our accountability system: impact checks, advisory councils, and student shadowing. Impact checks. In an effort to ensure continued student success and school system improvement, several cabinet members and I meet at least twice a year with the teachers at each school in order to conduct impact checks. The staff members present updates on their progress towards their school improvement goals. And we actually require that the administrators stay quiet during this time because we want to make sure that we're hearing directly from our teachers about what's working, where we need help and additional resources, and any concerns they have moving forward so that we can make sure that our students are prepared for the next level and success there. We sincerely appreciate the teachers' candor about what's working well and what's not working well, and the things that we need to do differently in order to improve. Another component of our accountability system has to do with the with the superintendent's advisory council meetings. And my favorite advisory council is actually filled with students. And so I spend time at each of our schools with representatives from all of the grade levels, and they have an opportunity to provide feedback directly to me and to my team, also about what's working, what's not working, how can we get better, how can we make sure that school is someplace where you're not bored, where you're challenged, where you feel seen and heard. And the kids do a great job of providing me feedback. And then we work to make sure that all of the folks who participate in those advisory councils get feedback following the meetings about any changes or improvements that we've made. Most of the time that we've spent this year with our advisory councils, with our student advisory councils, our teacher advisory councils, or our parent advisory councils, has been working on our strategic plan for 2025 through 2030. And we really appreciate their willingness to give us the time and energy and provide their wisdom and input so that we can work on and continuing to improve the educational experiences we offer our students. Another important component of our accountability system has to do with student shadowing. And each fall, our central office staff members participate in a student shadowing opportunity. The purpose is to immerse ourselves in a single student's experience at school and then check back and see how it relates to what our mission, our vision, and the skills and the competencies that are outlined in the portrait of the graduate indicate. We take lots of notes throughout the day. We come in blue jeans and tennis shoes and a backpack, and we really spend most of our time watching the student, not necessarily watching the teacher, but watching the student's experience of our schools. And it's very helpful as we get back to check to see, are we the school system that we want to be for our students? And what are the things that we as a central office need to do differently in order to help ensure that all of our students graduate with the skills and competencies they need to be successful? We spend time looking at those experiences during our strategic planning, as well as when we're making budget planning decisions, for the next school year, which we'll begin doing in January and February. We are confident that these accountability strategies, as they're combined together, that they're essential for us to continue to improve. And we appreciate all of the folks that are in this room who have provided your feedback through our advisory councils and also through our other strategic planning feedback sessions in order to help us to get better. And one of the things that everybody's looking forward to is we are about to have the conclusion of our first semester. In just 2 weeks, we'll end the semester with midterms, exams, and projects, lots of fun celebrations at all grade levels, and we've challenged all of our students to read during the break. Even our high school students do lots of reading during the break. We hope that everyone has a safe and a joy-filled holiday season. One of the things we discuss each month at our board meetings are the different observances. It makes sure that we take time to pause and to celebrate the great folks in our school system and the hard work that they do to make our community an awesome place to live and to work. And so during the month of December, we celebrate Special Education Day. Here in the Social Circle City Schools, we're committed to providing all of our students with meaningful opportunities to engage and learn essential life skills. And in August, Ms. Smith's class enjoyed their first community-based instructional field trip. Their visit to Ayers Park Splash Pad was an unforgettable experience as the students worked on developing gross motor skills under the guidance of their new occupational and physical therapists. We appreciate Walton County Parks and Recreation who went above and beyond to ensure that Ms. Smith's students are that this was an incredible experience for their students. And then also I want to share that Ms. Smith's students are hosting a toy drive for patients at the Arthur M. Blank Hospital, which is the newest facility that is caring for children's health care of Atlanta patients. So new stuffed animals, packs of crayons or markers, coloring books, Play-Doh, and Lego sets can be dropped off at the elementary school or also in the central office before Friday, December the 3rd. Our students in this Smith's class are very excited about the opportunity to go down to CHOA and make Christmas brighter for patients there who are suffering in pain. And we love the fact that our students work and seek opportunities to help other students. One of the things that I would be remiss if I didn't mention is that lots of our athletes who are here in this room actually participate in a PE class that includes our self-contained special needs students, and they have opportunities to practice throughout the year and to make sure that the kids can be really capable and successful, so that when we have our special needs field day, that we're competitive with other schools, because here in Social Circle, if we're going to do something, we're going to win. But it's great to go into those classes. We really appreciate Coach Prater's leadership on that while he was here at the high school. And when we go into those classes, it's really difficult to see who's having more fun. So thank you for that. Thank you, athletes. And then for my last update, during the month of December, we take time to celebrate our REACH program. And I'd like to invite Dr. Watkins and Ms. Crystal Sanford up to the podium to give everybody information about the REACH program and then also our really excited REACH scholarship participants.
We are so excited this evening to announce that this is actually our 5th year of participating with the REACH Georgia Scholarship Program, and even more excited that this is going to be our first year of students that will be graduating and receiving their scholarships, the class of 2025. For some of you that may not be familiar with the REACH Georgia Scholarship, it is a need-based mentorship and scholarship program that pairs students up with the resources that they need so that they can not only be successful in completing their studies here at Social Circle City High School, but also to be successful as they matriculate and go on to college. We couldn't do this without a wealth of partners. You know, those saying it takes a village. It certainly takes a village when it comes to this. We have business partners, we have mentors, we have donors, of course, community support, a dynamic board who supported us when we first reached out and told them that we want to participate in the program. So if we have any of our mentors, our business partners, or our donors here, we would love to recognize you at this time. I think I saw one of them, but if you are here, if you can just kind of stand. But if not, again, it takes a village. We are very, oh, there we go. I apologize. We have several. And see, this is what I mean by we have board members that support it, because one of our board members is actually a mentor, and she is so excited because she has a student that's dynamic as well. So you might see her tearing up a little bit through the process. But again, it takes an entire village. We have several business partners that are dynamic. With the REACH Georgia Scholarship, the school district is required to raise funds to offset the scholarship. For these students that complete and meet all the requirements for the program, they are awarded a $10,000 scholarship that they can use to attend any Hope-eligible Georgia college or university. So I know when I was in school, $10,000 would have meant a lot to my parents, so we're excited about that. At this time, I'm going to ask our Reach Georgia Scholars for the class of 29 and their parents, if you don't mind coming forward and have a seat here. We have a special spot for you here, so if you will come forward, and then Ms. Crystal Stanford will have some words of recognition for you.
Good evening. The parents can come up as well. I would like to introduce to you our class of 2029 Reach Georgia Scholars. First, we have Cornell Collier. This is what her teacher said about her. Cornell is a joy to have in class. She is a student athlete who knows the importance of balancing the two. She demonstrates a positive attitude towards learning, and she's an active participant in the lessons daily. She is respectful to her peers, her teachers, and other adults. Cornell can be seen showing perseverance through challenging tasks and demonstrating a genuine interest in learning new material in spite of the situation. I look forward to seeing her being even more successful in high school. Next, we have Miss Essence Slaughter, and this is what her teacher said about her. Essence is one of the most dedicated students that I have the pleasure of teaching. Her academic talents, especially for writing and literary analysis, are highly advanced. She exhibits social and interpersonal skills far beyond her years, and I can always rely on her to provide insights that enrich the learning in my classroom. I look forward to seeing the wonderful things that Essence will go and do in her future. Our third Reach Scholar is Miss Brooklyn Wolfel. This is what her teacher had to say about her. I was delighted but not surprised to learn that Brooklyn is a Georgia Reach Scholar. Brooklyn is one of the most diligent, clever, and able students that I've seen in recent years. She possesses academic and emotional intelligence that surpasses most adults that I know. She's relentless in her quest for excellence. She will be running a company, a country, or something someday. Ms. Brooklyn. At this time, Dr. Brewer will induct the Reach class of 2029.
So scholars, I've got a few questions for you. Will you commit to keeping good grades, attendance, and behavior, as well as meeting with your mentor and academic coach in order to graduate from high school and college? All right, those teacher recommendations sound like that is not going to be a problem for any of you ladies. That's great. Reach parents, please signify I will as I administer the following charges for parents. Will you commit to supporting your students as they progress through the program? Will you also commit to attending Reach events, meetings, and programs, as well as contacting your students' academic coach or counselor if there are issues that you believe should be addressed? Thank you. So scholars, on the desk, the table before you, is a pledge, and that embodies these commitments. So please take a moment to read it, and if you're ready to commit to those things I just mentioned and those responsibilities, then please sign the pledge now. Did that feel like a $10,000 signature? That's awesome. So we absolutely want to congratulate you and your parents and your guardians. And if you don't mind, the school board members would love a chance to come behind you and get our pictures taken with you too. Would that be all right? Okay. Ms. Chatham, did you get a picture with the parents and the students? Okay, cool. She's going to take those bags down. Let's make sure we've got a great photograph. And if it's all right with the parents and the students, we'll be sure to get these photographs to the newspaper for tomorrow. That is an amazing scholarship, and those ladies will also be eligible for the Hope Scholarship or the Hope Grant on top of those $10,000 when they continue to show us how smart they are each and every day. We're really excited for them. And we've got another great recognition opportunity here, because here in Social Circle, we want to be great at academics, at athletics, and in the arts. And so now we're going to have an opportunity to recognize our region champs. And this year during fall, we are so proud that we are going to be recognizing our competition cheer program with Coach Cleary and her team. And then we're also going to recognize our varsity football team. They were also region champs, and Coach Patton and any of the other coaches that you'd like to invite up. We're going to speak for a few minutes about the great work and the success that our gentlemen experience. So Ms. Cleary, are you ready?
Hey, good evening, everyone. It's my honor and privilege to stand before you this evening to celebrate an incredible achievement. This evening, we recognize the hard work, the dedication, determination of our Social Circle High School varsity competition cheerleaders. They have won the region championship this year, and we're so excited for them. Is not just a testament to their athleticism, but to the relentless commitment that they have shown over this season. I'd like to take a moment just to reflect on how far this team has come this season. When this group first began, there were doubts, there were challenges, but we had girls that had never competed before. We had some that were still very, very new at competing as well. But what we witnessed this season is nothing short of extraordinary with this group of girls. Through tireless practice, countless hours of conditioning, and overcoming every setback, the growth of this team has been a great example of perseverance and teamwork. They worked hard week after week with changes to their routine to improve their score at each competition. This season, the team had 3 first-place finishes, that includes region, 1 second-place finish, and 2 third-place finishes, with one of those third-place finishes being to both the Class A private and Class A public state champs. So that was a huge accomplishment for them. Each cheerleader on this team has given their all. They've pushed their limits, they encourage one another, they strive for excellence in every routine and every competition. They faced adversity with courage, and they've emerged stronger. But behind every successful athlete are coaches who believe in them and push them to their best. These 2 coaches standing here today, Coach Dennis and Coach McGowan, have been the key to the growth and the success of this team. They've nurtured these young ladies, not just as athletes, but as leaders and role models. Their steadfast belief in the potential of these girls and this team has driven this program to new heights, and their commitment to excellence is evident in every routine and every competition. So to our coaches, thank you so much this season for your vision, for your guidance, for your dedication. You've helped create an environment where these athletes not only excelled in cheerleading, but they've also learned valuable life lessons in discipline, perseverance, and in teamwork. So I thank you so much for that. This victory isn't just a trophy to display, it's a reflection of the growth, both as athletes and as individuals. It's a symbol of how far that this program has come in just 3 short years. Our numbers have grown tremendously over the 3 years that we've been coaching, and it's just been incredible to see. As we stand here this evening, we couldn't be prouder of each and every one of you girls sitting over there. Your hard work, your dedication, and your spirit have paid off this season. You've shown what it means to work together, to push through challenges, and to strive for greatness. Congratulations on this well-deserved victory. This is just the beginning. The future of this program is incredibly bright. We can't wait to see where your talents and your hard work take you next. We do have one more special recognition that some of them may not know about that we just found out last night that we wanted to celebrate. So a lot of those girls also cheer for football cheerleading, and 2 of those young ladies were nominated and were selected for the GACA All-Star Football Cheerleaders, and will go on to cheer for the sophomore football team, the sophomore All-Star Football team on December 28th and 29th. They'll be representing our school and our program at the end of December. So this is an incredible honor. It speaks to the dedication and the skills of these 2 athletes. Congratulations to Bevan Bennett and to Kyla Pitts for this outstanding. Thank you to everyone, all of our parents, all of our supporters, our administration, and our athletic directors. Thank you so much for supporting us along the way, listening to some of our crazy ideas about where to practice and helping us to find a home. We appreciate you. Your encouragement, your belief in these athletes have helped make this moment possible. So thank you so much. So girls, if you would come up please so we can get a picture. Great job, ladies. And thank you, coaches and parents. We know that this requires a tremendous amount of dedication and support in order for the students to be successful from our coaches and also from all of our parents and our community sponsors. So thank you so much. And next, Coach Patton is going to come up and brag on our varsity football team region champions.
Good evening, everyone. It's my honor tonight to speak on behalf of the Social Circle football program. First off, I want to thank Dr. Brewer and our entire Board of Education for all the support they've done for our program and for taking the time to recognize the achievements of these young men and the coaches. For the last 5 years, one of our main goals has been to win a region championship. Last 2 years, we've had that opportunity at Game 10, and we came up just a little bit short. You know, this season started off with a lot of adversity, whether it be in our spring scrimmage or our fall scrimmage, and, you know, we don't talk a lot about championships, we just talk about getting better every single day. Every single day, what we got to do, we got to get better. And our guys made that commitment. I want to tell each of those guys up here how much I love you guys, and I'm proud of you for staying the course and coming back to work. Every setback we had, they showed up on Monday at practice ready to get better, and it showed off on Friday nights in a culminated with that region title this year. You know, we've been playing football at Social Circle for the last 47 years, and this was the second region championship in school history, and now that's the standard moving forward, that's the expectation, and the next step is the state championship. So keep doing what you're doing, keep getting better every day. So at the end of this, we'll bring up the entire team to recognize you guys for the region championship. We're going to start off by honoring our guys who made all region. So with the all region team, that's a huge honor. Our coaching staff gets to nominate our players for the team, but in order to get selected for the all-region team, it's voted on by the other coaches in the region. So I couldn't vote for our own guys. All we could do is nominate. So these guys were singled out by the other coaches in our region. So first up, quarterback, Luke Cross. Come on. Running back, Jalen Victor. Wide receiver, Jude Nelson. On the offensive line, Corey Moore. And the kicker, Preston Guy. So these guys were all elected to the first team offense. First team defense on the defensive line, Ian Mulkey. Inside linebacker, Levi Kendall. For second team on the offensive line, Nick Morrell. Wide receiver, Elliott Hamilton. Inside linebacker, Bristol Evans. Outside linebacker, Jamekus Hard. Defensive back, Sawyer Parr. Corner, Davion Jackson. Outside linebacker, Luke Allgood. All right, guys, if you'd all come down here for a picture. Come on.
I bet it's going to take a little bit longer to get a picture of the football team than the cheerleaders.
There you go. Some of you may need to sit on that ledge just like you did. There you go. See, I can't see you.
Go point at the 115.
All right, you guys ready? We got 1, 2, 3. All right, one more. This evening's over, they can smile.
Great job, gentlemen. Second time in school history for us to get the region champ status. That is impressive. We appreciate it very much. where you're welcome to stay and hear the rest of the meeting, but you'll also have an opportunity if you need to get home to homework and or to other practices. We sure understand, so it's just a few more minutes. I want to make sure that you hear how proud we are of the accomplishments of our cheerleaders and our football players, as well as their coaches during their regional award-winning seasons. You all have worked diligently to continuously improve our programs. And we're very fortunate to have tremendous support from our families and our community members for all of our athletic programs. Several of our athletic programs have established successful feeder programs for younger athletes. And recently, we've become aware that there is additional community interest in developing other feeder programs for other sports. Our athletic department is working with our coaches to articulate transparent processes for developing these partnerships, and we look forward to communicating them with you soon. Right, Mr. Armstrong? We're going to be ready to do this soon. He stepped out. I apologize. We will be communicating them soon. So is there anything else you'd like to share?
No.
Thank you.
All right, at this time, we will have a short break before we enter the business portion of our meeting. The next item on our agenda is public participation. However, we did not have anyone sign up to participate in this evening's meeting. We will now hear a financial update from our CFO, Ms. Nicole Cross.
Good evening. Tonight presented is the October 2024 financial report. We are 33% into the fiscal year. For the general fund, we have received 25% of budgeted revenues, and we've spent 36% of general fund budgeted expenditures. Currently, expenditures exceed revenues by a little over $2.9 million. I know this seems alarming, but it's to be expected. I don't like to see that either, but we'll start receiving our tax revenue in December and generally start receiving, seeing a positive outcome beginning in January. Encumbrances for the general fund total $1 million. Next are special revenue funds. So this is our federal awards, and this is the first month I'm reporting on those because those begin October 1st. In fiscal year 25, our total approved federal funds amounts to almost $1.7 million. All of our CARES funds from previous years have been spent. There was one new award called the AR Character Education Award we received in the current year. There was a very short window, and that has been fully expended. So our remaining funds consist of our special education federal programs and our Title I, II, and IV federal programs. Encumbrances for our special revenue funds total $356,000. Next, we have our school food service fund. Through October, we're at 32% of budgeted revenues and 39% of budgeted expenditures. Food and labor costs, as I mentioned in previous months, continue to be our primary concern, and we've begun a process to remedy those situations. But having said that, even though our food and labor costs are high, our meal participation rates continue to be at all-time highs. We served 41,390 meals during October. This is a 20% increase from the prior year. Now, most of this is due to our participation in the CEP program, which allows free breakfast and lunch for all of our students. We will continue to keep a close eye on our revenue and expenditures, and we're making adjustments on how to operate in order to control those costs. Next, we have our SPLOST fund. SPLOST collections received in October for September collections totaled $205,000 from Walton County, which is about a 3% increase from the prior year, and $2,700 from Newton County, which is about the same on average as the prior year for Newton. Encumbrances for our SPLOST fund totaled just over $16.3 million, with the majority of this being for construction of the new elementary school. Are there any questions about the financial report?
Do I have a motion to approve the October financial report as presented? Do I have a second?
I second.
Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, like sign. Motion carries unanimously.
Next, we have an update on our construction of the new elementary school. So this is as of November 30th. We have made payments of right at $19.7 million, and we recently received our first reimbursement from the state of $6.4 million, as well as our most recent $2 million reimbursement just a couple of days ago. Our go-by balance is right at $2.9 million. So as you can see, the balance in our construction is about $16.2 million, so right about halfway there. Are there any questions about construction? And then next, we have our update on Freshway collections for the Change for Schools program. In October, the total collected was $1,905.65. This was allocated to each school for math and science. This brings the total collections to $168,000.
Awesome, thank you, Ms. Cross. Next, we have the district reports from Dr. Hoover.
I'd like to invite Ms. Deborah Didier, who's our Human Resources Director, to the podium. She has a presentation that she'd like to share so that you are updated on the improvements that we've made in our Human Resources Department.
Good evening, board members and Dr. Brewer. Thank you for allowing me the time to speak to you tonight. I'd first like to share our mission statement with you. You can see that it's on our HR department's website page, and it aligns with our strategic plan and the goal areas of quality staff, professional development, safety, and a culture of well-being. And I'd just like to share a few highlights of what we're doing in HR this year, and some changes that happened this year that are really good for us. I want to talk to you a little bit about our staff demographics. In 2024-25, our staff total is now 288. If we add the substitute teachers that we're managing, that brings that total to 339. 139 of these staff members are certified classroom teachers that provide instruction to our students. This includes the media specialist who also provides instruction. Of the 139 teachers, 67% hold an advanced degree in certification. That means it's a master's degree level or higher. In addition to their certification, teachers collectively have 124 endorsements. 8 teachers are in programs to earn advanced degrees, 4 at the doctorate level. The average experience level of our teachers is 17 years. 88% of our teachers have been in the district for more than 5 years. And our retention rate for FY24 is 87.08. This summer we hired 33 new staff members and that added 10 new positions. We added several new support staff positions in primary and elementary schools, including a behavior support specialist, a behavior support parent, and a new counselor. In addition to these roles, 2 new EIP positions were created. We also added a first grade teacher, a special education teacher, a special education parent, and 2 positions focused on STEM education. And we also added a whole brand new pre-K class. This year's salaries and benefits account for 85% of our general fund budget. We will begin the staffing process for FY26 in January, working with our CFO to determine allotments for staffing plans. Once allotments have been determined, we share this information along with funding information with the principals so they can use this information to evaluate the needs for positions in their building based on the student need. I want to share a little bit of information about our teacher pipeline and our paraprofessional pipeline because we're real excited about how these work for our district. And I'll begin with our substitute teachers. This school year, we are confidently continuing our in-house management of substitutes for the second year. Our substitute pool currently consists of 51 individuals, and 10 are certified. And we have about 16 that are in the hiring process. 4 of these substitutes serve as permanent building substitutes, allowing us to meet our staffing needs effectively. We primarily hire paraprofessionals from this substitute pool, and this year we successfully brought on 9 paraprofessionals from the pool. We take pride in tracking the progress of our paraprofessionals who transition into teaching roles, and we are pleased to highlight some of those currently making strides in our programs. Miss Carly Griffey, who's at the middle school, has transitioned from paraeducator to teacher. She's currently enrolled in a program. Carly Smith, who's at the primary school, successfully transitioned from paraeducator to teacher. She has completed her program. Jamie Stapp is at the primary school. She's actively engaged in a program and has completed her student teaching. Miss Jessica Hester is preparing to enter a program to continue her teaching career. And last but not least, we have Miss Nicole Dennis, who's currently within a program and is engaged in student teaching, and she will be finished with her program in about 2 weeks. Furthermore, we proactively hire work-based learning students as positions become available. This year, we identified a need for a student in a program and successfully hired them to fill a role in our aftercare program. We are committed to fostering growth and opportunities for our students and staff. Next, I'd like to talk to you a little bit about Vector Solution. The Georgia School Board Association provides mandatory compliance training for all staff through Vector Solutions, and this is at no additional charge to our staff. We are committed to providing mandatory compliance training for all staff, including substitute teachers and mentors who are required to complete compliance training for the very first time this year. This helps us ensure everyone knows about important policies and procedures, which can help prevent accidents and promote a safe and inclusive learning environment. Some additional benefits of mandatory compliance training include it reduces liability for us by ensuring that all staff are aware of the relevant laws and regulations, and training can reduce the risk of legal action. It also improves employee morale. Employees who feel that we are committed to their safety and well-being are more likely to be satisfied with their jobs. It also enhances the quality of education. Well-trained staff are better equipped to provide a high-quality education for students. So I want to talk to you a little bit about YALS too, because we're doing really well with that. We're excited about the platform that we use. We begin our second year with YALS in July. We have implemented 9 HR modules, and we're using the entire platform to its full potential. The most recent change we made with YALS is that we hired them to broker our employees' flex benefits, and that's our dental, vision, and all those types of benefits. YALS holds all employee and payroll information, including leave, salary, employment applications, onboarding, payroll, and demographic information. The total compensation model gives a breakdown of employee salaries paid to them and benefits paid by the district. And each employee can log into their total compensation page and see their benefits and what we pay. I wanted to show you this comparison, and it compares a certified and a classified position with the same salary. And as you can see, the classified position costs the district $14,340 more annually due to the employee portion of the state health insurance, and that's per person. The employer portion will increase in January to $18,960 annually. And the last thing I want to share with you is our updated classified salary schedule. I know you guys have seen that because you approved it, but I just wanted to give you a little bit of information about it. We annually review our classified salary schedule to attract and retain quality staff and ensure we offer competitive wages compared to surrounding counties and districts. This year, updates were made to increase the minimum full-time hourly rate from $11.68 an hour to $13.25 an hour. All classified employees received a minimum of a 1.5% experience increase. For grades 1 through 12, starting salaries were increased from 4.1% to 13.5%. And then you can see some comparisons there. That's a parapro, bus driver, and school food service. Those are some of those that have the most increases. And this is our contact information. I wanted to let you know, I know you know, but Ms. Jamie Sutton manages our employee benefits. She processes payroll, and she also manages our substitutes, and she does a very good job with that, and we appreciate all her hard work. Are there any questions?
Thank you, Ms. Dean. We appreciate all the work that you do to make benefits and human resources much more convenient for all of our staff members so that they can spend more of their time focused focusing on taking care of the kids. Thank you for that. Next, I wanted to call attention to our legislative priorities. Each year, our school system develops a list of legislative priorities that we share with our local and state legislators. Our focus areas for the 2025 legislative session are enhancing student and school safety, qualified staff recruitment and retention, school transportation and facilities, accountability, and local control. I look forward to continuing to invite our local legislators to please come and tour our schools and see the great opportunities that our students have here in order to be successful for the next stage in their life. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Brewer. We have a few action items for the board to consider this evening. First, we have an action item to approve the proposed 2025 board meeting calendar. Do I have a motion to approve the board meeting calendar as presented? Do you have a second?
I second.
Any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, like sign. Motion carries unanimously. Next, we have an action item to approve the fiscal year 26 budget calendar as presented. Do I have a motion to approve the fiscal year 26 budget calendar as presented? Do I have a second?
I second.
Any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Anyone opposed, like sign. Motion carries unanimously. Next, we have an action item to consider personnel recommendations by our superintendent or certified staff. The recommendation for retirement is Todd Hilton, Safety and Technology Director. Do I have a motion to approve the certified recommendation from our superintendent? Do I have a second? Any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Anyone opposed, like sign? All right, motion carries unanimously, I guess. None of us are happy. For substitute teachers, the recommendations for hire are Jordan Farrow, Deanna Fountain, Chantrell Jackson, April Williams, and Stacy Wilson. Do I have a motion to approve these substitute teacher recommendations from our superintendent? Do I have a second?
I second.
Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Anyone opposed, like sign. Motion carries unanimously. Do I have a motion to adjourn our meeting? Do I have a second?
I second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye. Anyone opposed, like sign. Motion carries unanimously. The meeting is adjourned.